This conference will now be recorded.
Hi everyone, good morning. Welcome here. Yeah. So everyone able to see my screen? Online guys.
Yes.
Everyone, can you change your ID? Prabhakar and Shivani, can you change your ID in place of your name? Chandramouli. So have you received
Yes,
your
sir.
ID? Yeah. So you can
Yes,
change.
I have it.
Yeah. You can change. And Chandramouli, do you know your ID?
Yes, sir. I have.
Yeah. Please change. Yes. Yeah, that's shared through email. You can check in your email. Everyone. And the Gayatri, can you change your ID? Yeah, so name is not required. Just start with HART and ID. HART, some number, right? That's it. Name not required. So make sure everyone use IDs only. For tracking, we are using IDs. We are giving IDs. And also don't use two devices. Don't use two devices. Either mobile or laptop you can use. HART 2910. Who is this? Two IDs. 2910. Harika, can you disconnect one device? 2910. Only one device, either mobile or laptop you can use.
It's only in one device, sir. Before I used to use in mobile. Now I'm using in the tab.
Okay, no issues. Okay. Yeah. Fine. Yeah, yesterday we discussed about IAM, right? IAM and also Cloud Drive. Anyone having any questions on that? On IAM or Cloud Drive? Anyone having any questions?
So if we create a cloud drive in one region and user is doing something in another region, then we can capture.
Yeah. So we have all the regions in that. When you configure, it will show you all the regions. You have to select that. So then it will monitor all the regions. While configuring Cloud Trial, one checkbox. If you select that, it will select all the regions.
That is correct from all the regions.
All the regions, yes. Today's concept is AWS backup. AWS backup and also Cloudwatch. What is backup, anyone? What is backup? What is backup? What is the use of backup in real-time projects? So what is the use of backup?
Something like extra.
Yeah. So what? Yeah, backup is a copy of important data. Right? So for example, we are working on production servers. The server which we are working on, which may crash any point of time, right? The drive which we are using, it may corrupted, right? So that is why when the server is crash or drive is corrupted, we can recover the data. We can retrieve the data from backup, right? So for example, we are working on some database server. Database service crash. So there is no backup. What will happen? Data may be lost, right? So client will escalate. Client will not accept that. That is it. So we have to protect the data, right? We have to save in alternate location. So whenever any issues happen, whenever anything goes wrong, we have to retrieve the data so that we'll move back to original state. Okay. Yeah. In real-time projects, backups are very, very important, right? So we have to maintain the backups. If anything goes wrong, definitely. So yeah, backup should be in place. Otherwise, client escalations will be happening, right? So client will not accept that, right? Yeah. So before going to cloud backup, so on-premises backup. What is on-premises backup? In on-premises setup, how can we configure backup? We'll try to understand first. So what snapshot is like one copy, one replica. That is also one kind of backup, but basically that is for temporary, like 2 months, 3 months or maximum. If you want to save more than 3 months, you have to go with backups. Okay. Yeah, actually backup is not required in AWS cloud setup. Backup service not required. This service not required because we have availability zones, regions. So backup will be happened automatically. But again, AWS is giving additional service to protect the data, right? Yeah. So before going to cloud backup, before discussing about cloud backup, let's try to understand the on-premises backup strategies. What is on-premises, anyone? Yeah, calling
which
is
is not
what is on.
migrated to which is not migrated to cloud.
So on-premises means our local data center, our local server room, right? Yeah. So in on-premises data centers, on-premises setup, how can we configure the backup? So we have different strategies are there, which are like first one is daily backups. Daily backups. Okay. So what is daily backup? Right. So whatever changes are happening in the project, those should be backed up daily basis. Right. So daily, whatever updates, whatever modifications, whatever application updates, code upgrades, right? Server upgrades, patch upgrades, whatever happening, those should be backed up. So which is nothing but daily backups. Okay. So in real-time projects, for taking these backups, we use one data domain. Data domain. So data domain is a hardware unit, Dell hardware unit. So in this, we can configure the daily backups, right? Data domain is a Dell hardware unit. So in this data domain, so we'll be having some slots. In that slots, we insert some high capacity storage drives. In that, we take the backups. Okay. Yeah. So this data domains hold all the hard drives, right? In that backup will be happen. So this backup is, we can say, incremental backup. So what is incremental backup? Anyone? What is incremental? Incremental backup. Any admins? Admins are there in our session. Any admins? What is incremental? Yeah, fine. So incremental backup means, for example, yesterday evening 5 o'clock we completed the backup. From yesterday evening 5 o'clock to today evening 5 o'clock, whatever backup is, whatever files are modified, whatever data is updated, that we can take. That is nothing but incremental backup. Incremental means, so from last backup, whatever files are modified, whatever files are updated, those we can take. So full backup means entire backup. Incremental backup means from last backup happened, whatever data is available, that will be backed up. Okay. So incremental backup. So here in daily backups, retention period is retention. What is retention? Anyone?
How long we need to keep those backup?
We need to get. Okay. Yeah. So retention means whatever data we take backup, that will be available until 30 days only. Retention means it will hold maximum 30 days. From 31 day, this data domain, it will start rewriting the data. It will overwrite. Whatever backup we have taken here, incremental backup, that will be hold until 30 days only. From 31 day, it will start rewriting the data. It will remove old data. Okay, so maximum 30 days you can protect the data. From 31 day, whatever data is saved, that will be erased. It will rewrite again new data. Okay, so because if you hold more than 30 days, more than 6 months, 3 months, not required basically. Okay, yeah. And here in this daily backups, we take backup like DNS entries, DHCP configurations, and share folders, and also some critical apps. We can take this critical applications. So here we use a semantic tool to configure the backup. Semantic is one of the tool, right? So backup tool, we configure semantic tool to take the daily backups. So this backup will be started at daily 6 p.m. end up by next day morning 5 a.m. So daily this backup will start at 6 p.m. So why we need to start 6 p.m.? We can start 9 a.m., 10 a.m. also, right? Why we need to start 6 p.m.?
After closing the business hours, we need to take the backup. So that's the reason.
So after business hours, why we need to configure after business hours? Because when we start any backup job, the backup will happen through network only, right? So when you, if you start backup at 10 a.m. or 11 a.m., what will happen? Network traffic will be increased. So backup will be happen through network only, right? So if you start backup in business hours, traffic will be increased. So by the time no one can connect servers because network traffic. That is why. So off business hours we have to configure the backup. So if you start the backup at 10 a.m. or 11 a.m., what will happen? So network team will shoot some emails. They will sometimes, if you are not giving response, they will kill the backup, right? So if they kill the backup will be failed. Production servers will not be backed. That is why. So we should not configure any backup in business hours. So off business hours, after business hours, 6 p.m., 8 p.m., 7 p.m., we have to configure the backup. Right? If any on-demand backup is there, we can configure second half, like after 2 p.m. What is on-demand backup? What is on-demand anyone? Right. For example, so this daily backup we configure. Okay. So 6 p.m. backup started, but 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. some servers restarted, production servers. Those files not happened, the backup not happened. So next day morning, whenever backup is failed, we get some alerts. Okay, so these servers are not backed up. By the time what we will do, we can run on-demand backup because that backup is important, right? If you miss that backup, if anything goes wrong, we cannot provide the backup. That is why sometimes we run on-demand backup. On-demand means whenever we need any backup, we can run immediately, which is nothing but on-demand. Okay, yeah. This is a daily backup. Second one is weekly backup. Weekly backup. What is weekly backup? So weekly backup also we use weekly backups. We use tape drives. Tape drives. You can say tape library. Tape library. So for weekly backups, we use tape library. Tape library means one of the Dell hardware unit. Okay, in that we insert some tapes, high capacity tapes. Okay, so earlier we used to use cassettes, right? There's a big size cassette. So in that tapes will be rotated. So that is high capacity drives like 4 TB, 6 TB high capacity drives. So in that backup will be happen, right? So this backup is not incremental backup. This is a full backup. Full backup. Weekly backup is full backup. So whatever data, entire data will be backup. Okay. So this backup retention is 90 days. 90 days. So this backup will be hold until 90 days. Okay. So in this weekly backup, we can take all databases, all DBs, and all VMs, and all prod applications, prod apps. Okay. So here also we use semantic only, semantic tool to take the backup. So this backup will be started at every week, Friday will start, Friday evening. Every Friday it will start at 8 p.m. end up by Sunday morning 5 a.m. Every Friday this backup will be started. Okay, 8 p.m. by Sunday morning. So before Sunday 5 a.m. it will be end up. Okay. Yeah. So this is
standard timings are being changed.
We can change, but this is standard time. You can modify. So as per our requirement, you can modify. But these are the standard strategies. Most of the companies they are using these standard strategies. Okay. So this is weekly backup. So we are talking about tapes, right? Tapes. So whenever backup is completed, so the tapes you have to remove from the library and we have to send to other location. If you keep the tapes in same data center, if any fire happened, data will be lost. That is why we have to remove the tapes. We have to move to other location to fire safe. Whenever retention completed, we can bring back the tapes and we can reuse. Right? Yeah. Next one, monthly backups. Monthly backups. So here also we use tapes only. This is also full backup. This is also full backup. Here retention is same, 90 days only. So here in this monthly backup, what we will do, all backups, not only databases, not only VMs, not only product apps, all backups, like even DNS entries, DHCP entries, share folders, critical applications, everything will be backed up. All backups. We take all backups. So this backup, in this backup tool is different tool we use, which is Veritas Net Backup. So these are all standard. That is why I'm explaining this. This is on-premises, not cloud. Okay. Why we are discussing on-premises? If you understand this, you can understand cloud. Okay. Yeah. So Veritas Net Backup we use. So here this backup will be started at every month first week, every month first Friday, every month first Friday. So by 6 p.m. it will start. 6 p.m. it will start. End up by Monday morning, not Sunday, Monday morning. 5 a.m. Right? Yeah. So these are the standard backup strategies. So here, why we require 3 strategies here? Only one is enough, right? If any data is missing in daily backups, we can recover from weekly backup. In weekly backup, any data is missing, we can recover from monthly backup. 3 different strategies, right? So because customer data is very important data. So if the customer data is corrupted or lost, what will happen? So definitely business will be impacted, right? That is why. So we have to protect the data and we have to provide whenever needed.
So the companies go with all the 3 types.
Yeah, 3 types. Yes, mandatory. 3 strategies every company they use. Right? If any one strategy is having any issues, other one backup will be available. Right? So these are the standard strategies. Most of the companies they are using these standard strategies. Okay. Yeah. Now let us move to cloud backup. So same strategies are available in cloud also. Right? That is why I explained this. Now let us move back to cloud. Go to services. Go down, storage, AWS backup. So this is a newly launched service. Actually, this service is not required, but additional service they are providing. AWS is providing additional service because high availability required here. High availability, high security, right? Yeah. So click on AWS backup. Yeah. Now click on create dashboard. Click on dashboard. Yeah. Now see here we have backup plans, on-demand backups, frameworks, different things are available. So different plans available. If you go to plans, different plans available. Okay. So currently backup jobs, no completed jobs, right? Yeah. Now go to, if you want to create backups, first we have to create backup vaults. Click on backup vaults. So what is backup vault? Backup vaults are containers where your backups are stored. You can have one default vault or multiple vaults where backups can be stored, right? Yeah. So now first we have to create backup vaults. To configure the backup plans, we require backup vaults. Click on create backup vault. Backup vault name I can give app backup vault. Yeah. Encryption key. So you can select default key. So AWS backup, you can select this. Now go down here. Backup vault tags we have to provide here. Add tag name, same name I can give here. App backup vault. Click on create backup vault. Now backup vault is created. Click on backup vault. See here, app backup vault. Just vault where we store the data, right? Yeah. Next one, another backup vault also I want to create. Click on create backup vault. Name DB backup vault. DB backup vault. KMS key, you can select default. Add new tag. Name. Paste. Click on create backup vault. Yeah. Now here we have 2 vaults, app backup vault and DB backup vault. 2 vaults created here, right? Now next one we have to create backup plans. Click on backup plans. Create backup plan. So what is plan? Backup plan define your backup requirements, including backup schedules, backup restoration rules, and lifecycle rules. Okay. Click on create backup plan. See here. So backup plan options. Start with template. Template means default template they are providing some template. By using that, we can create the backups. I don't want to use default template. I want to start new plan. I want to build new plan. Select new plan. Backup plan name. App plan. Backup rule configuration. So here I can give app rule. Backup vault. I can select app vault, app backup vault. We created right 2 vaults. Select this. See here. Backup frequency. Daily backups, weekly backups, monthly backups. Even hourly also there. Every 12 hours. Custom cron expression. different strategies. Okay, so we can select daily. Now backup window, use backup window default. I don't want to use default window. I want to use custom window. Select custom window. So backup window start time. So by default it is showing 5 a.m. UTC time. I don't want to start at 5 a.m. I want to start at 1 a.m. Okay. So start within 8 hours. I don't want to start within 8 hours. I want to start within 2 hours. So complete within 7 days. I don't want to complete within 7 days. I want to complete within 4 hours. Right? Yeah. Next one. This is important. Transition to cold storage. What is this? By default, it is showing never. If you click on this, see here, days, select this, days after 90 days. Yeah, here what I'm doing, I'm creating one rule, app rule, right? So days after 90 days, this backup will move to cold storage. If you create this rule, okay, whatever backup you are taking, that backup after 90 days, if you select never, nothing will be happened. It will be automatically retained. Retained means override. But if you create this rule, if you select days after 90 days, this backup will move to cold storage. What is cold storage? Glacier. If you want to save this data for 1 year, you can move this backup data to Glacier. So Glacier is a cold storage. To reduce the costing, you can move to Glacier, right? So here, see here, retention period. Retention. Always you select or else days after 365 days. After 1 year, that data will be retained. Okay. Yeah. So like this, you can create the rule. Okay. Now go and create the plan. Create plan. Okay. Resource assignment, we'll see that. Resource assignment, we can see that. Yeah. Next one. So one plan is completed. App plan is completed. Next one, DB plan also I want to create. Click on create, build a new plan, DB plan, backup rule name, DB rule. So here backup vault, you can select a DB vault, DB backup vault. So daily, frequency daily, and go down here, backup window, use backup window defaults. I don't want to use. I want to select custom window, select 1 a.m. UTC time, start within 2 hours, complete within 4 hours. Transition to cold storage. You can select a days after 90 days. You can move to data. You can move the data to Glacier. Days after 365 days, you can retain. The data. Right. So go down here, click on create plan.
Yeah, while creating the plan, right, there is a choose a destination. Is means we can select the region as well. In which region we have to save?
Just a minute. So where you found that? Okay. Yeah, region also you can select if you want to specific region. If you want to select, not an issue. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Plans created here. So we created walls and plans. Yeah. Yeah. That is basically not required. So that option is not required, but they gave already. We gave 1 a.m. UTC time. Again within 2 hours. It is not required basically. Okay. Yeah. So but they gave option. That is where you are giving. Okay. Yeah. Now next one. Once we get the plans, this backup plans we have to attach some resources to take the backup. Right. So we created vaults plans, but resources not there to take the backup. Now click on app plan. Now we have to assign some resources. Okay, so click on assign resources. Now resource name, app resource, here. IAM role not required, no need to select anything. Go down here. Yeah, resource selection. Go down. Include all resource type or else include specific resource. Select second one. Now here select specific resource type. Click on this. Now I want to select EBS volumes. I want to take the backup EBS volume, server volume, right? Select this. Now see here. Specific resource type EBS volume. Now we have to choose the volume IDs. Click on this and you can uncheck this. All volumes uncheck. Now see here, two volumes are there. So one is Jenkins server, one is Docker server are there in our console. Select one volume. Okay. Now, yeah, this tag name not required. Click on create resource selection.
You also take easy to achieve.
Easy to ask, yes. Whatever resource you want, even S3 also. Where you want to take the backup. Right? Yeah, yes, yes, you can configure. You can choose to also. Right? So first plan is configured. Second plan, DB plan. Go to DB plan. Go down here. Assign resources. Click on this. Now resource name DB resource. Now you can select include specific resource types. Now you can select your EBS volumes only. Only EBS volumes available in my console. Select this. Now you can select your ID. Second ID I want to select. Second volume I want to select. Right? Go down here. Yeah. Now click on resource selection. See here. Now resources attached here. Resources. This is the resource. Resource ID attached here. Right? Yeah. Now what we did here, we created the backup vaults, backup plans, attached resources. Okay. So now what will happen? As per the schedule, whatever schedule we created, as per the schedule, backup will be started. 1 AM UTC time, right? We give. As per the schedule, backup will be started. But my requirement is I want to start one backup now, right away. If I want to start backup, yeah. If I want to start the backup right away, what we have to do? Yeah.
On-demand traffic, on-demand backup we can take.
Want to run the backup right away, we have to start on-demand backup, right? Yeah, we can check it. So this backup plans, whatever you configure, those are schedules. We cannot see that, right? Now I want to start on-demand backup. So for which go to protected resources. Click on this protected resources. What is this? Create on-demand backup. So on-demand backup means whenever you want to start any backup, you can start immediately, which is nothing but on-demand backup. So now click on create on-demand backup. See here. Resource type DynamoDB. You want to take the DynamoDB, you can take, or else EC2, EBS, EFS, RDS, FSX, right? S3, whatever you want, right? So I want to select EBS only, EBS volume. Choose EBS volume ID. This volume I want to take the backup, right? So see here, backup window. Customize window means again schedule. So create backup now means this is on-demand backup. First one, right? You can choose first one only. Retention period. If you want to retain anything, days after 90 days, 30 days, you can select days here, or else you can keep always. Okay. So go down here, backup vault. You can select default vault here. Default vault already selected. No need to select anything. Next one, IAM role, default one. So now If you want to create any tag, you can create the tag. Tag name. On demand. Right. So now click on create on demand backup. So once you click on this create on demand backup, immediately backup will be started. Okay. On demand means immediately. So click on this create on demand backup. See here. Backup in progress. Backup started. This volume is backup is happening. Right. Now, so see here. If you refresh here, what will happen? This backup is in running state. So if you want to check collectively all the backups, go to dashboard. Click on jobs. Just collectively, if you want to check, you can see here. So currently nothing completed. Yeah. So once it is completed, it will show you. Yeah. Go to jobs here. Yeah. See here. So now the backup is in running state. It will take another 3 to 4 minutes to complete the backup. Okay. So once it is completed, if you want to restore the backup, see here, restore option, restore backups. Go to restore, select your backup ID. After that, click on this restoration ID and one restore option will come. You can click on restore so that backup will be restored to the original state. So normally this backup we don't take in cloud backup, we don't take in same server. Cloud backup we don't configure in same server. We can configure in alternate server. Whenever back server is crashed, for example, we are working on Jenkins server. Jenkins server is crashed. So that what we will do? We can recover from other server. That is why we should not configure on same server backup, right? Yeah. So in our test lab, we have only one server, only same console, right? Server is not there. That is why we are configuring same device.
This backup is free of cost.
No. This is not free of cost. When we configure backup, some storage will be placed, right? Some charges will be applied. So that is why once you practice, you have to delete the backup strategies. Otherwise, every day backup, right?
Now, is it correct from all the regions? This is the one particular region where we can.
Yeah. So this is Ohio only. This is the region base. Region.
Is there any option to select
All regions here not possible. Only particular region. Region base.
And you said that there is the recently added service. Before that, what are the services used for that?
Before that, okay. Before that, normally so regions, zones are there, right? Availability zones. Zone to zone replication will be happened. That will be taken care of by AWS. Zone to zone, availability zone to availability zone, region to region. That will be taken care of by AWS in order to configure that. Apart from that, additional service. This is additional service. Okay. Yeah. Now, yeah. Once you practice this, you have to remove the backups. Otherwise, so this backup will be happening daily. So some storage will be utilized. You will get some bill. That is why we have to remove this. How can we remove? So on-demand backup, no need to remove because only one time. Okay. So go to backup plans. Whatever plans you configure, that you have to remove. So go to any questions here, anyone, before removing this? Anyone having any questions?
Yeah, I had a one question. We are taking the backups in the AWS services, right? Suppose if
Yes,
you want to take the backup from the on-premises from the data center to AWS, so how we can do it?
that is migration concept. That is migration. While working on migrations, we'll see that.
Okay.
We have one project, migration project is there. While working on project, we'll see that how to migrate data from one region to other region, one platform to other platform, like AWS to Azure, Azure
Yeah.
to GCP, and on-premises to cloud, cloud to on-premises. We'll see that.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Right now, I want to remove the plans. So before removing the plan, first we have to remove the resources, whatever we attached. Okay, go to DB plan. See here, DB resource, right? Select resource, delete the resource. Resource name, DB resource, copy this and paste here, delete resource. Next one, you can directly delete the plan. Click on delete the plan, DB plan. Next one, app plan. Click on app plan. Go down here, app resource. First, you have to remove, delete this app resource. Select this app resource, paste here, delete. After that, you can directly delete the app plan. Copy this, paste here. Next one, backup vaults. DB vault we can remove. Click on DB vault, delete vault directly. Select your copy your DB vault, delete. Next one, app backup vault. Select this, delete. Right? Yeah. Now backups removed. Okay, so the schedules, whatever schedules we gave, right? Those removed. So backup will not be happened. Right? So this is how we can configure the backups. You can, if you want to remove the plans, you can remove. Right? So backup is very important in real-time projects. Whenever you get a requirement to create the backups, we have to follow the same steps. Okay. Yeah. Next one, we have monitoring tool, Clouldwatch. Yeah. Yeah. So yesterday we discussed about cloud trail, right? Cloud trail. So cloud trail also one of the monitoring tool, right? What is cloud trail anymore? Cloud trail is a monitoring tool which will monitor our AWS console, right? What is CloudWatch? CloudWatch also, yeah, CloudWatch is a monitoring tool which will monitor our infrastructure. Infrastructure means like servers, storages, network, etc. Right? Yeah, fine. So here, why we require monitoring tools? Why we require monitoring tools in real-time projects? For example, so we are working on some shifts, rotation shifts, right? Or else day shifts. Every moment we cannot check, we cannot go and check the servers. Every moment we cannot go and log in and check the servers, right? So we required some monitor. For example, in apartments, security guards will be there, right? Watchmen. If anyone come to your apartment they will call you. So instead of directly the person come and knock your door, so what we are doing, we put some checks, like some checkpoints, metrics. Metrics means rules, right? So if anyone visited your apartment, so first they will visit watchman. He will call you. Okay, someone came to you. Okay, someone came here. You want to talk to you, right? Yeah, it's the same way. Monitoring tools will monitor. They will inform you if any issue happened. So your server is, yeah, you're working on, you configure some servers. We enable the Clouldwatch. So monitoring tools will monitor if any service is down, any configurations are down, any applications are down. So Clouldwatch will trigger the alerts. It will trigger some alerts so that we can check the alerts. According to that, we can go and log into the server and we can check. We can resolve the issues, right? So 24/7, we cannot monitor the servers manually. That is why we require monitoring tools. So monitoring tool will monitor and it will inform you if any issues happen, right? Yeah. So in this Clouldwatch, what we will do, we create some metrics. What is metrics? Metrics is nothing but some rules. For example, we are using some servers in Clouldwatch. Server is getting more hits, like server is utilizing 90% of the CPU, 90% CPU utilization. Normally CPU utilization below 60% or below 70% should be used. If the CPU utilization using more than 70%, what will happen? Whatever application is running on the server, that will be impacted, right? So more bandwidth is using, application will not work properly, right? So for this CPU utilization, we can create some threshold. Threshold means whenever the threshold reaches, we get notified through alerts, emails, so that we can check why it is utilizing more utilization. What is happening? We can check it out. Okay. Yeah. Now let us move to console. Go to EC2. Before going to Clouldwatch, I'll show you something here. First, I want to start this server. Jenkins server I want to start. So when we create any server, along with the server, we get some free monitorings. AWS is providing free monitorings. So yeah, now see here, Jenkins server, select your server, click on monitoring. See here, these are all free monitorings. CPU utilization, status checks failed, different one. Status check failed. Yeah, network in bytes, network out bytes, network packets in, packets out, disk read operations, disk write operations, disk CPU credit usage, CPU credit balance. These are, how many metrics are there? 14 metrics are 14 metrics. These 14 metrics are free along with the server. But these 14 metrics are not sufficient to monitor the server. We require more metrics. Okay. Yeah, for example, so if you want to check this CPU utilization metrics, so click on this. View in metrics. Click on this. Now, so 1 hour back there is no utilization. Nothing is showing here. So Jenkins server I have stopped a few days back. Okay. So 60th batch server. Yeah, 3 days back, click on 3 days back, nothing is there. Even 3 days back also I haven't used. 1 week back, nothing is there. Go back here. 15 days, 2 weeks back. See here, this is the utilization. This is the graph. Okay, so these are the data points. Whatever points here it is showing. These are the data points. So here one day on 8th, on 29th, 8th. So this server CPU utilization happened 35% nearly, 35%, right? Another day it was happened 29% and 30% like this, okay? So it will show you CPU utilization like this. So if the CPU utilization reaches to 90% or more than 90%, definitely Jenkins will not work properly. Jenkins server will get some errors, issues, right? Yeah, so this is a manual monitoring, manually a monitoring, but we don't monitor like this. In real-time projects, we no need to monitor manually, right? Right. Yeah, so that is why what we will do. So this, yeah, whatever services provided by AWS, these are not sufficient. So these, sorry, these are the not sufficient metrics. Whatever metrics, put in metrics provided by AWS here, free metrics not sufficient. That is why we have to go with the Clouddwatch. So we required a detailed monitoring. We required detailed monitoring. That is why we need to configure Clouddwatch, right? Now go to services, go down here, management and governance. Click on this. Now click on Clouddwatch. See here, now click on dashboards. So nothing is there, nothing configured, right? Now see here, alarms. Alarms means whenever any threshold reaches, we get notified through one alarm, one email alarm. Email alarms, earlier we used to configure messages like pagers. We used to use pagers, mobile alerts, pagers, right? Yeah, currently we are using email alarms. Okay, so in alarm, all alarms, no alarms are available here. Nothing is there. Logs, log groups, log insights, nothing is there here. Next one, metrics. So when I click on all metrics here, these are all metrics, so many metrics available. EC2 we have 835 metrics are there. 835 alerts we can configure, 835 services and metrics we can configure. Okay, so but AWS is giving 14 metrics only. Those are not sufficient. But EC2 Cloudwatch is giving 835 metrics. EBS 514 metrics. Backup 16 metrics. EFS 10 metrics. Logs 5. S3 6. SNS 18. Like this, different metrics. Okay. Now click on this EC2. See here. So by auto scaling group also you can create the metrics, or else per instance metrics also you can create. Click on this. Per instance metrics here. Jenkins server it is showing here. So here we can create CPU utilization, different metrics are there. So here statistics field, statistics in CPU utilization, whatever you want, different metrics, right? Yeah, now go back to alarms, all alarms, nothing is there. Now I want to create one alarm here. Okay, so click on create alarm. Now select the metric, click on select metric, which metric you want to create. Click on select metric. Now go down here. See again, I want to select EC2. Okay, so I want to create EC2 metric. Click on EC2 metric here. Click on this. Now go down here. For instance metric, click on this. Now I want to create CPU utilization. Click on CPU utilization. Click on select metric. Select metric. See here. So metric name, CPU utilization. So here namespace AWS EC2, metric name, CPU utilization, and instance ID. This is the instance ID, server ID. Jenkins server ID. Instance name not required basically. Statistic average period 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes it will monitor. So I want to monitor every 1 minute. Select 1 minute. Okay. Now threshold type. See here. Threshold type. Static or anomaly, right? So static only can use. See here. Whenever CPU utilization is reaches greater or greater than equal, select greater than equal. Then here you can give 90%. So whenever CPU utilization is reaches to 90% or more than 90%, you get notified through email notification, right? You can give 80% also, whatever you want. Okay. Go down here, click on next. Here alarm state trigger. In alarm or we can give okay or instruction data, whatever. In alarm you can keep as is. Send a notification to the following SNS topic. What is SNS? It is one of the notification service, simple notification service, right? So SNS we'll discuss on Monday. SNS SQS two services. Monday we work on this VPC and SNS we work, right? So currently we don't have any existing SNS topic. I want to create a new topic. New topic means group name. Group name. So here you can give DevOps group. Go down here. So we have to give the group email address only. Whenever threshold reaches, you get notified through email to the group. Okay. So you can give DevOps group at gmail.com. Official email we have to provide. So now click on create a topic. Click on create topic. Now topic is created here. See here. Now go down here. So if you want to enable auto scaling here, you can enable. Auto scaling means automatically scale, right? Auto scaling we'll discuss next week. Next one. System manager action not required. EC2 action also not required. Click on next. So now alarm name. Alarm name you can give CPU utilization. Description you can give same. Okay, click on next. You can verify this. So namespace AWS EC2, metric name, CPU utilization, instance ID, instance name not required, static, statistic. Okay, so period every 1 minute. Threshold type static, right? So greater or equal 80%. Whenever CPU utilization reaches to 80%, you get notified emails. Configure actions, notifications. We created notification here. So custom notification created here. Click on create. So here simulation and description, right? Create alarm. Now one alarm is created, right? So successfully created alarm, but we should not activate this. Don't activate. Try to create one alarm, but don't activate. If you activate this, what will happen? Backend some services will run. So those will some bill will be active. That is why you should not activate. So action enabled, it is fine, but it is showing one warning. Click on this warning. See here, this action sends a message to an SNS topic with an endpoint that is pending confirmation. So while configuring Clouddwatch alarms, don't give valid email address. Okay, so you will get one email. If you validate that email, this will be enabled. Cloudwatch will be enabled. So that Cloudwatch is not free of cost. Cloudtrail is free. Cloudwatch is not free. Okay, if you enable this, so backend some services will run, so that some charges will be applied. That is why don't enable this. So now click on CPU utilization. See here, click on actions. What it is showing here? Pending confirmation. So we'll get one email. So I gave some wrong email, dummy email, devasgroup@gmail. Right? So we get one email. If you validate that, this will be confirmed. This will be enabled. So that you will get some bill. Don't enable this. Okay? Yeah. Like this, n number of alarms you can create. Even billing alarm also you can create. Billing alarm. How can we create billing alarm? I'll show you. I can delete this. You don't require this. Yeah. So billing alarms also you can create. So billing alarm, better you can switch to North Virginia. So in this billing alarm is, so they give very clearly. They give. Okay. Yeah. Now, what I will do, the Clouldwatch, create alarm, select alarm. Click on billing, select billing, click on create alarm, select metric. Now, okay, here the rows are not there, right? Okay, yes. Okay, let me check. So North Virginia billing is, one more time let me check. It is accepting on alarms. Okay. Yes. Okay. So in North Virginia there is no servers, right? That is why it is not showing anything. No issues. So North Virginia, if you have any servers, for that server utilization billing alarms you can create. So we are using only Ohio, right? So in Ohio billing, bit difficult. It will not show you. Ohio is not required. So the same way, whatever alarm we created in like CPU utilization alarm, the same way number of alarms you can create, like disk reads in, disk reads out, right? Network in, network out, network bytes in, bytes out, right? So number of 821 alarms you can create. Okay, per server, 821 alarms you can create, right? So like that, storage alarms also you can create. Storage utilization reaches to 80%, 70%. You get notified through email, right? And also network alarms, right? So different alarms you can create to monitor the resources. Fine. So you can practice this. Don't enable this Cloudwatch. Just you can practice. Once you complete the practice, you can delete. Nothing really happen. Even backups also. Once you practice the backup strategies, once you create the backup strategies, you can remove the resources and you can delete the backup strategies. Otherwise, backup will be right. Any questions, anyone?
These are all billing systems.
Yes. This is region specific. Yeah, next one. So we have few advanced settings, right? So in that one tenancy is there. I want to show you that tenancy. So go to launch instance. When we are launching instance, so go down here. Here we have advanced details. Click on advanced details. In this domain join directory, what is this? when you want to join domain, what is domain? Anyone? In real-time projects, we use domain, right? So if you want to join your domain, your server, if you want to join into domain, we have to use this. We don't require this basically. We don't have domain. Okay. Next one, IAM profile. So IAM user profile, if you want to create, you can create. Right. Next one, host name type. If you want to give any host name type, server name type. Okay. So instance auto recovery. See here, default disable, right? So recovery means auto recovery means, yeah. So shutdown behavior. What is this? So shutdown behavior means, yeah, this is important. Just listen carefully. Shutdown behavior. So two options are there: stop and terminate. So basically, this advanced settings no need to select. Don't select. Okay. In real-time projects, sometimes we use this. Okay. So shutdown behavior, stop and terminate. Two things are there. What is stop? What is terminate? So while most of the time we select stop only. Stop only. When you stop your server, server will be stop. If you select terminate here, what will happen? When you stop your server, server will be terminated. So, but why they gave this option? What is the importance here? Everyone following, right? Just a few minutes. I'll take 10 minutes only, hardly. Yeah. So here we have advanced details in that shutdown behavior. Stop, terminate. Stop means when you stop your server, server will be stopped. If you select terminate, when you stop your server, server will be terminated. Right? So if you select by mistake terminate, one production server you stop, what will happen? That will be terminated. Right? So that is why we should not select this. But why they gave this? Why they gave this option? Right? Yeah, so I explained that. Yeah. In our previous project, I gave some KTs trainings. In my previous project, I gave some KTs. So by the time, yeah, I gave some training. So for example, Kubernetes training. Okay. So by the time we create 40 members joined nearly 40 members joined, right? Our team members and other team members, directors, managers, they joined. By the time we created 40 servers for practice, right? So by the time 1 day training, that is 1 day training or 2 days training. By the time we created servers, while creating servers, I selected terminate. So that what will happen? Whenever they stop server, server will be terminated. So for temporary servers, we use this terminate option. Got it, right? For example, you are giving some training in your project. For that training, some servers required, right? For practice. 1 day training, full day training, 9 AM to 6 PM. For that training, you require some servers. While creating servers, you select terminate option. Once complete the training, they stop the servers. Automatically, servers will be gone. That is why we require this. Right? Termination protection. What is this? So Hibernate not required basically. Don't confuse here. Termination protection. What is this? Enabled or disabled. So what we are discussing here in AWS, by single click, we can create a number of servers. By single click, we can create a number of. By single click, we can delete a number of servers. We can create, delete. But here, when you enable this option, by mistake, if you delete any server, that will not be deleted. It will give you some pop-ups. Are you sure? Are you sure? That is why we enable this option in real-time projects. So that by mistake, if you delete the server, that will not be deleted. Okay. Next one, detailed Clouldwatch monitoring. So this, if you enable Clouldwatch while creating server, some charges will be applied. Clouddwatch will be enabled. You have to create some metrics. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, so this is elastic GPU. Okay, so this is basically in real time also we are not using. Okay, elastic inference. This is mainly for machine learning projects. Elastic inference. If you enable this inference, servers will get more performance. Okay, only for machine learning projects we use this server. We use this option. Okay, next one, rate specification, placement groups, capacity reservation. These three are not required basically. Next one, tenancy. This is important. What is tenancy? In tenancy, we have three options. Click on this. See here. Shared, dedicated host. What is this? So most of the time we use shared only. Shared means what will happen? For example, this is our data center. So when you select tenancy shade option is there, first one, shade. If you select first one, while creating server, if you select first one, whatever server you are creating, that will be created in the shade area. This is the shade area. The data center, any rack, any server, any host you can create the server. Shade means any place you can create, right? So second one, dedicated. Dedicated means what will happen? When you select dedicated, you will get some dedicated space for you. Like this. In this only, your servers will be created. Normally in physical data centers. We create some ODCs. ODC full form is, yes, offshore data centers, right? Yeah. In the ODCs, only particular project servers will be hosted. Particular project will be hosted. Okay. So the same way in cloud also, when you select dedicated tenancy, you will get a dedicated space for you. So in that only your servers will be configured, created. So this dedicated space only can access that particular project. So we used to handle one project. This is DBS project, Singapore project. In our local data center, we created separate ODC for that servers, right? So in that ODC, only that particular DBS team, they have access, right? Others cannot enter. So data center is fully secured. Again, so if you select tenancy, dedicated tenancy, that is additional security. So normal data center is no one can access, no one can go inside of the data center. So again, DBS project team asked us to create one more room inside of the data center, more security, because banking data, right? So this dedicated space is dedicated one is not free of cost. Additional service will be applied. When you select this dedicated one, double the charges, right? Next one, dedicated host. What is this? Yeah. So and one more thing. For example, one more example, small example for dedicated. For example, in Hyderabad, municipal water taps are there. Municipal water taps, right? Normally, GHMG team, they configure water taps in streets. Some streets. If they configure in street, everyone can use. If they configure in your home, that is dedicated for you. That is extra charges, right? So same way, so in data centers also, if you select dedicated one, you will get dedicated space for you. Okay. Yeah. Next one, dedicated host. Third one. What is this? So in data center, we have dedicated hosts, different dedicated hosts, like this. In this dedicated host, which host you require, you can select that. Okay, so dedicated host you can select. In that only can create your servers. Okay, this is very important. Tenancy. So you can say tenancy. This tenancy is very important. Okay, shared dedicated host. Whenever any project team require dedicated, they will ask you to provide. While creating server, for example, you are working with banking project like G finance domain, G or DBS or Morgan Stanley, these are all banks, right? Yeah. So if they ask you to provide dedicated space, you have to select second one. They give a requirement, but double the charges here. Okay. Next one. These kernels don't touch anything. These are all not required. License configurations also you don't need to configure. Vendor will take care. AWS vendor will take care. Right? Metadata also they will take care. So other additional things no need to touch anything. Okay. Only we required here dedicated tenancy required, and also stop protection. Yeah, this is not required. Permission protection required and shutdown behavior. Three options only. Three options required. Okay. Yeah. So any questions anyone here? Anyone having any questions? Yeah. So up to here, whatever services we discussed, those are very important. This weekend you can practice. Okay. If you are good in AWS, you can easily handle Azure or Google Cloud, right? So while working on Google Cloud, Azure, you can easily understand. Okay, that is why you have to practice AWS. AWS is the leader, is the first platform, right? So if you are good in AWS, you can handle any platform, not only GCP, not only Azure. You can work on other platforms also, IBM Cloud, Oracle Cloud. You can work on any platform, right? So everyone should practice. So next week we have VPC, auto scaling, EBS volumes, not EBS, EFS storage, and Glacier, and also SNS SQS. Mostly Wednesday or Thursday we are going to complete. Okay. After that, we'll jump into Linux sessions. Okay. So that is why everyone should practice. Fine. Any questions? Anyone having any questions? Still, anyone having any issues with AWS account creation? Yesterday, someone pinged me and asking that I'm unable to create AWS account. So if you are not created the account, you can create immediately. You have to practice, right? So day on day, these services are increasing, right? So make sure you have to practice daily basis. Yeah, someone talking something.
Yeah, in the advanced options, we have the IAM policy, right? What is exactly that IAM policy?
IAM policy. So IAM account policies. Password policy, for example. We discussed password. Yesterday we discussed, right? Password policy.
Yes,
Password
sir.
length,
Yeah.
password, yeah, expiration. Last 5 passwords you cannot use. That is policy. Okay.
Okay.
So everyone should practice. If you are, yeah, while practicing, if you face any issues, you can post in the group so that we will discuss. Okay. Fine. We stop here. Yeah. Thank you all.